Andy, a break from action as we knew, but a bigger break or rest from games, so to speak, with the game not going ahead on Tuesday. How did that affect your planning for this weekend?
Yeah, well, it did and it didn't. We obviously thought we were going to get the players having played many minutes, a bit of game time, but we utilised it and had a little practice game between us, got some good time into the players. Everyone's fully fit, so we're going into this game now with a fully fit squad.
Yeah, you were going to use that game on Tuesday for the likes of Luke Williams, maybe the trialists as well that we've got in the building. Did that practice game kind of emulate what you'd have expected from the Tuesday night?
Well, I think it'd probably been a tough game against Spalding. They're doing really well under the gaffer, so it'd been a tough test on a difficult pitch, but we still used it on a training ground to get minutes into some practice things we've been working on, and it actually worked out all right. Both players got, both sets of teams got minutes, so it's important that we're now, after the weekend rest, we get back on it and perform.
Obviously, the break, there was a good run of form before the break. It was catch-22 whether it was the right time or wrong time, but I suppose going into this last run of games, 11 weeks left, it could prove vital to have that break.
Yeah, I think so. We used it as a rest period for the players. It's a lot of games coming in now in a short 11 weeks, so it's going to take a lot to get through it. So it's important sometimes just have a reset, a little review, and then go again this week. It's been a good week of training. It's been hard because we know how tough the games are coming up now. So we're ready. We know what we're asked to do. The players do. Now we go out there and replicate what we've been doing in the training.
Warrington this weekend, they find themselves in the relegation zone. I suppose they'll be disappointed having done so well in their first season at this level last year.
Yeah, it was quite surprising to see them down there, to be fair. When they came here, they acquitted themselves really well. Got a draw against us. So, yeah, obviously on a tough run of form, but we've got some good experienced players in the squad, so it only takes a game to kick-start them again. Hopefully it's not against us, if we prepare properly and do things right, which we have done. But no, we don't take them lightly because we know that they can be a threat. And now it's up to us to go out there and make sure that, unfortunately, we put them in a worse position and put us in a better position because we're pushing one end and unfortunately therefore the other.
I know we said it ahead of the Needham game, but it's a similar one again, isn't it? When you look back to Rushall and go, we can't let that happen again.
Yeah, I think a line was drawn in the sand where that can't happen. If we've got any aspirations of going anywhere, we have to make sure that we don't replicate that kind of performance, and we need to get results, which we have done over the last 4 games. So I'm pleased where we are at the moment, but again it's about consistency. So the challenge to the players is be consistent in our approach, be consistent in our performance, and if we do that, then we've got the quality on the pitch, I believe, to hurt Warrington. How
pleased have you been with the reaction since that day? Because it has been the last 4 games, obviously 10 points from 12, really good performances at home as well.
I've been really pleased. I know Needham Market wasn't the spectacle everyone was expecting after the goal after 10 minutes, but Needham Market are working hard and battling and scrapping, fighting for their life as well. So we knew that was going to be a tough game, but yeah, I'm pleased with how the players have bounced back because we challenged them. And it's always nice for them to challenge us back because we know that if both parties, team, management, are pushing in the same direction, then we are going the right way. It's just when we take our foot off the gas, which sometimes our own mistakes that cost us. So we've got to nullify those mistakes and really focus on what we've been doing well, which I believe we have over the last 10 games. We're second in the form chart, so only behind Chester have been on an unbelievable run. So we're doing things right.
In terms of that, obviously, us and Chester, if we win the game in hand, it creates a little bit of a buffer between second and third. Do you feel like that is how it's going to be, or is it going to be as tight as it's been for the last few months?
Well, hopefully we get the results and we pull away, but I still think it'll be tight. I think the teams around, everyone's beating each other. It's a big weekend of fixtures. Some tough games this weekend, so there'll be challenges and different results in the weekend. But like I say, we constantly focus on ourselves, make sure we get our job done. There's no point looking at the table if we don't get our job done first and foremost. So yeah, we've got 3 tough games now in Warrington, Curzon, Ashton and Scarborough, which we have to perform. Again, we keep saying if we've got any aspirations of going up, we have to perform these games.
Speaking to Cal this morning, he was saying, last season it became out of our hands when Tamworth started pulling away. The good thing this year is it's completely in our hands. We've still got to play Chester, we've still got to play Kidderminster, so that's the positive this season, isn't it?
Yeah, we've played a lot of teams. When we say we've got a lot of teams to play around us, so it's no one's. I don't believe anyone's going to run away from it. I think Chester had a great, fantastic run of form, but again, we all know one result can upset you, and it can put you in a little downward spiral. So we have to make sure. Like I say, we can't affect other teams. We have to make sure that we affect them and make sure we get our jobs done right. Otherwise, it's pointless looking at the league table of who's won who's beat who, because then we don't get our job done right. We don't get any points.
You talked about a fully fixed squad. That obviously includes Michael Clunan. How pleased are you that it's not a long-term injury?
Really pleased. I think you could see against Needham Market how good he is and how much we miss him at times. I thought Alfie filled in really well there, so he's done a job. But I think Clun's is a pivotal part of how we play. I think he organises, thinks he does the unseen work that people don't realise he does. Team player, so yeah, it's good that it's not serious, and I say we've been working on things if it is, and obviously now he's back available for selection tomorrow.
We spoke a bit before that game, didn't we, and said people don't often see the work that he does do, but you certainly do miss it when he's not part of the team.
Yeah, you do. He's what the one that just keeps it simple. I think he saw an unbelievable pass for Cal's goal in one of the games, so he's got that in his locker. And it keeps us ticking, keeps us moving, keeps us organised, along with others around him who have good relationships with him. So yeah, it's an important part of us, but we've got some good players if he's not available.
Jason Law obviously goes out to Spalding. I suppose that's just to boost him, like the lads that are out, like Max and Fish and that. Yeah,
well, we're staggering them out, so in case we do lack numbers, Law's out now for a month, so we can't call him back for 20 days, but then Finn, Max Brogan, Sam are all available for recall if we need them. So, if we need to get loads of games, it's going to be important we have a fully fit squad coming towards the end of the season. That's when it's won or lost for me. So, it's just about getting games for Lawsy. We're not pushing Lawsy out of the team, it's just a chance for him to get match sharp, because he's missed a lot through injury and little slight niggles he's been picking up. So, I'm pleased that he's gone out there to the Gaffer's team. The Gaffer look after him. So, it's for both parties, it's good.
I suppose it's one where it's positive that he goes to Jimmy, someone that he knows at the stage when he's had a frustrating season. He can just go and doesn't have to kind of prove himself, because the Gaffer knows exactly what he is about.
Yeah, the Gaffer signed him, so we knew he was a good player. So it's just about getting Laws in that game time to make him match sharp, because that's all he's been missing. But it's difficult at the times where you don't have a reserve league, or you struggle to get behind closed doors friendlies because of the fixture congestion. So the players that haven't got the bigger the game minutes sometimes need them. So it's about looking after them as well. And again, making sure that Lawsy comes back, and if he's playing regularly for someone else and comes back, then he's had game time like everyone else has.
With Ollie and Mo, obviously their first month come to an end very soon. Any word on whether they'll be extended?
Yeah, we're speaking to the parent clubs right now, so hopefully they get sorted over the next few days. The next few days, they're really happy how they've developed and progressing with us and the game time. So yeah, that's another conversation to be had in probably after this weekend, and make sure that's tied down.
And with any incomings, outgoings, obviously the window's closed for higher up. Are we still bubbling away with things?
Yeah, there's a few people we're monitoring, but like I keep saying, we're not going to disrupt the squad just to bring players in. Yes, we will try and freshen things up, but it's only players that are going to improve us that are going to come into the building.
The last thing I said to Cal this morning was, it's 11 weeks to the end of the season. How excited are you for this period? It is the part of the season that if there's something to play for, you do get excited about, isn't it?
It's the only part of the season everyone remembers. So we've got to make sure that we concentrate throughout this 11 weeks. It's gone really quick. But no, we just make sure we focus on our roles and our jobs, and making sure our team does the basics well. If you get the basics right done in this league, then your little bits of magic will come out. which we have got. Like I say, the most consistent team wins the league, so make sure we are.